Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here. Welcome back to my channel. We're back to reaction to House of the Dragon. This is season 2, episode 2, Rhaenyra the Cruel. And man, oh man, or should I say, son for a son, because I'm still shook by what took place at the end of the last episode. Can't believe they went there. And if you weren't sure if we were at war before, we damn sure are now. That's for sure. But one thing I did actually want to mention before we jump into this episode is Rhaenyra's son and her finding his dragon's remains, because from what I've been told, there's actually multiple possible different outcomes for him in the book, and it's kind of left open. So the first one was he was actually found alive, captured, and tortured. Another one was he survived the fall, forgot who he was, and actually ended up living out his days as a fisherman or a farmer or something. And the other one was, well, basically what we saw. So I freaking love stuff like that. As long as it's not a spoiler of what's to come and something that's already happened in the show, then definitely let me know how it differs in the book, because like I said, that stuff is dope. So yeah, I think I'm just about ready to jump right in and check out this episode. So if you guys look at my full reaction to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Now subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time. Click that button down below. Smash like over there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Traitors! They're striking me!
Grace.
Are you the king?
Yes.
Traitors and
He
villains!
doesn't know who he can trust.
I declare war!
Told you.
I declare war!
The gods punish us. They punish me.
For what sin?
A lot of sins.
Daughter, listen to me. We will mourn
Allison's.
that. Some good may yet come of this. My son is my legacy! My son is heir to the Iron Throne!
Was.
The smug cunt of Dragonstone! There she sits across the bay.
That's one title.
Laughing at me. She's fucking laughing at me!
The man we apprehended is known to us. He's a gold cloak, noted for his brutal nature. We caught him, fleeing the gate of the gods, with the child's head in a sack.
Holy shit.
I'll kill him myself.
We do well to get what information we can from the blackguard.
A funeral progress. Let them see the child. Let them look upon the works of this pretender to the throne.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to go to that extent. He basically wants to put him on display.
My king?
No, I will not have my little son's body dragged through the street like a dead dog.
Not dragged, honored! Those who declared for Rhaenyra, will they still support her when they hear of her depravity, or will they rather not renounce her?
This is just another tactic.
Jaehaerys will do more for us now than 1,000 knights in battle.
I actually kind of feel bad for Aegon there. I know absolutely nobody's on Team Green, but come on, look at her too.
There's to be a funeral for Jaehaerys.
Did this win over anybody? They said they only caught the guard, right? What about the rat catcher? I want to see them both pay.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen. He paid us half now, half when the job is done.
Who is us?
A rat catcher. I don't know his right name.
Snitched right away. Man.
You can hurt me.
Yes.
No. But I cannot vouch for his grace.
He said fuck the high towers before. He ain't saying it now. Oh shit, she's panicking or something. Oh. It was like
It is
nightmare
yet
fuel.
unclear how the keep itself was breached.
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
It appears so. There have been messages sent to that
Daemon
effect
took it on his own.
throughout the realm.
There will be swift retribution in one form
I
or
have seen
another.
to it, Your Grace.
Daemon's right there too.
Let me fly out some vermans.
She knows!
Did you send assassins to murder children in their beds?
I was clear in my instructions. Aemond, the brother of Aegon the Usurper. I cannot be responsible.
Cannot be responsible. Cannot trust you, Damon.
Never could.
I've never trusted you, wholly.
There you go.
Much that I wished to, willed myself to.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you? Or have you used me as a tool with which to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
When Sir Eric brought you the crown, did I myself not place it upon your brow?
Yes, but before that, I think you used my words as an excuse to take your own revenge. Do you accept me as your queen and ruler?
He does.
Or do you cling even now to what you think you lost? You did not lose it, you gave it away. Because you thought ever and only of your own glory.
Or did he merely use you as a tool to put me in my place because he was afraid of me? Because he knew your legacy, unlike mine, would never outshine his own?
He was not afraid of you, Damon! He could not trust you!
There's some harsh words being said right now. Like, relationship ending type of words right now. But also right now, we got a pissed off Damon, which could be very entertaining.
Father, when morning comes, take Moon Dancer and keep a watch on King's Landing. I must know which course they take next.
I will be vigilant.
Stay high and keep your distance.
I'll stay high too, Rhaenyra. See you walking out. Incredible shot right there. I was kind of expecting more torture. I mean, I'm happy with it, but maybe we'll still get more with the other one. The rat catcher.
Have you told anyone?
What do you take me for?
One who seeks absolution.
There is none for what I've done.
Oh! I was fully expecting her to invite him in.
What is this? It's a reminder of yesterday, I think.
No, I've not eaten. If I could
You
just...
defy my authority, Sir Eric.
I do not.
The white cloak is a symbol of our purity.
You are not
Also
pure,
was the sign
motherfucker.
of our ancient honor.
Literally, motherfucker. Here we go. Everybody's bailing.
First, your brother betrays us. And then the young prince. He's murdered.
It does look pretty bad.
You cannot think what I think has no relevance!
You will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls. The way she sought to do with Aemond.
Yo, is he doing this on his own? Damon
No.
style?
Does your courage fail you, Sir Eric? How would I answer? Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part. Put down the pretender and you will end a war before it begins.
It's a suicide mission. You fucking do it.
If they see the two of us, you must not let that happen. You would send me to my death or to triumph.
Can I bring a friend or something?
As you command. My lord.
Is that Helena?
Damon sent them to kill me.
Oh no. It's Aemon.
I do regret that business with Luke. I lost my temper that day.
I would remind you only that when princes lose their temper, it is often others who suffer.
Well met, brother. After many months away.
His brother. We just saw this guy very shortly last episode. Alan, I think it was.
There is a war brewing, Adam. A real one.
Another opportunity
He knows.
to distinguish yourself. But brother, he owes you. He owes us.
Does the stew have carrots in it?
Damon flies when we most need his hand at the oar.
Yeah, we don't know what he's up to.
Well with him. Where he goes, he wishes to be his own master.
He is the king consort.
But he is not the king. If he can take Karen, Hall may well be forgiven. In the meantime, I'm here.
I don't know, it feels like Rhaenyra's more on her own over here. Like everybody's kind of just doing their own thing.
The Lady Massaria, Your Grace.
What does she want?
I know you are entwined with the usurpers, but you aided them in denying me my birthright.
I took profits
She
from
does
his
do that.
inevitability. I regret it now. Damon, Otto Hightower, makes no difference. They will never accept me.
That's
Might
true.
as well have remained a whore.
And now she can relate.
How did you get that scar?
You didn't answer her question. Guessing these guys are going to play a bigger part of the story. They weren't in season 1. Are they going to make it to season 3? What is this?
Ratcatchers
They hung them all.
in the king's employ.
Yup. There he is. Don't be sad, dog. He kicked you.
What have you done?
They killed the right one.
Catch us!
Oh, I had them hanged. Plot against the king, and I will pay it back 100.
They are fathers and brothers and sons.
Gonna rile
and their
up the
wives
people.
and children gather
Gonna
now
lose
against
support.
them weep and curse your name.
Otto's losing his mind over here. And his
At
hair.
least I did something. I have not answered injury to the crown with, what? Wailing? I wish to spill blood, not ink. We must act. Sir Kristen Cole has acted.
Boy right at him. Kristen's like, fuck, I was just chilling here.
Has Sir Kristen Cole done?
He sent
Sense.
Sir Eric to slay Rhaenyra.
Otto.
God's help us all.
She's like, oh, for
It's time
fuck's
this quest paid
sake.
price.
You never think of your father.
My father is dead.
He is. And we are the poorer for it.
I was just saying that. He deserves more credit.
He was right about you.
He made me king.
He did.
Is that what you think?
Remove your badge, Sir Otto. You are my father's hand. Not mine.
You wouldn't dare.
I have dared,
Holy shit.
and I find it stimulating. Give it to Cole.
Hand of the king? Cole?
In this hour, you have proven yourself of more worth than 100 old men. My new hand will be a steel fist.
You will regret this.
Honestly, I thought they were just gonna kill him right then and there. Like, we're done with you, Otto.
You may go.
Your Grace.
There's a Valarian ship in the harbour, bound for Mir by way of Pentos.
No, don't make her regret this.
I'm not so unworldly as to let you fly free.
I am. Thank you.
Man, I love these overview shots. She recognized the twin.
A moment.
A moment. Okay. Yo, make Rhaenyra proud. She freed you, please. I would have maybe waited till nighttime.
Eric,
Try to blend in.
I thought you were within.
Sorry, lack of vigilance. The enemy is about, good sir.
Oh, is that his brother? That was pretty slick. It's like he sensed them. Here we go.
So, Eric,
Believe me, I had no choice.
I don't understand.
Oh! grab a sword, Rhaenyra? Oh.
Your Grace! Sir Laurent!
We were born together.
You parted us!
Killing his own brother.
But I still love you, brother.
Yeah. I don't know which one is which. Down he goes.
Forgive me.
No. No.
He fell on his own sword.
I've sinned.
He knows.
I do not wish to hear of it.
Aegon. Man, he actually loved Jaharis. Yo, console your son. Sexy times. Call for sexy measures. Is this their foreplay? Yo, she looks rough. Jesus Christ. Oh! In true Game of Thrones fashion. Wow, episode 2? That's how it ends. Alright guys, that was House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 2, Rhaenyra the Cruel. Another great episode. Another odd episode though, but it's like, in regards to the pacing, like there's nothing wrong per se in regards to the pacing. It's just, I don't know, it's just going at its own pace. I feel like that's probably the best way to say it. It's not your typical pacing. It goes at its own pace, at the beat of its own drum. And let's go back to the beating of the war drums at Jaharis' funeral, I guess you could say, because he was on full display as per Otto's orders, and that was kind of the start of it that really started pissing off Aegon. But at the same time, like, he's grieving, man. He's going through shit. He just lost his son, and we saw at the very end, he actually cared about this kid, even though he's kind of a dick to everyone. And I was even asking last episode, like, how does he know not to be a dick to certain people? Like, he's not a complete fool, but he acts like one sometimes. Like, I don't know, we've seen a lot of kings now throughout the course of House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Obviously, Joffrey ranks among the worst, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of comparing Aegon to him at some points, but I guess he's just not on that level. Like, he's a dumb kid, but he's not that cruel. Like, I can't really blame what he did this episode. Hanging all the rat catchers, very much deserved. I probably would have done something similar, to be honest. But I wouldn't have killed that first guard first, because he could have just pointed him out for you. Like, I guess that really shows the type of person that Aegon is. Like, he acts on a whim. He's hot-headed. Like, he'll just act out on a limb like that, too. Like, the second he went down there, Otto said, like, we can interrogate him. We can find out more answers. Who's responsible? How exactly it all played out? How they got in? We could make sure that we seal up those crevices. But instead, he just walks in there. He just, like, grabs his iron hammer and... whew, you're done, son. You're done. It was pretty much just one hit. They didn't really show more than that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a director's cut version of this or maybe like they're saving it. Do they still do that where they save like the extended versions for DVDs and Blu-ray versions where you might see more gore and more torture come out of that? Because he just took your son's head clean off and basically you're just gonna take him out with one clean swoop. So I don't know how I feel about that. I was kind of expecting much worse, especially it being Aegon, but yeah, it was for the most part pretty clean kills. Like, he just whacked the one dude and then hung the other, but he did kill. He hugged a lot of people, so I guess that plays a part of it. But also, I don't know. I was just expecting him to be way more ruthless, partly because I probably would have been if that was my kid. But awesome job on the sewers, whoever put that kid back together, because honestly, you could barely tell that the head was disconnected and detached from each other because there was just like one clean line. Obviously, that was the actual kid just laying there, but for the sake of the show's purposes and believability, it looked pretty good. So yeah, props to them in the makeup department, I guess, of even back then in those times. But that whole scene was also nightmare fuel, seeing it all play out where like the people were all, even though they weren't necessarily attacking Helena, they're all going up to her like, we're with you, my queen. We stand by you. We support you, my queen. And they're all like reaching out to her while like the wagon is collapsing and about to tumble. Like I thought, for some reason, I thought like everything was going to go to shit. Like the wagon was going to completely come apart. Jaehaerys was going to fall off of the wagon. Like people were going to start rioting, like start killing each other out of nowhere. I don't know why I was expecting this, but just the tone of that moment, that's definitely what it felt like. Obviously, it didn't play out to that extent, but it definitely felt like it was going to. And Helena, she was like having a full-blown panic attack too. And I can't really blame her. Like she just not only saw the death of her own child, she had to choose the child to be killed. Obviously, they're going to kill the boy either way, but seeing it play out the way that it did, man, I actually feel bad for her character. And I mentioned it last time, like she's not a favorite character of mine by any means, but she's more or less an innocent character in this whole war. So even Rhaenyra said that, like, why would I do that to Helena? Like, I'm cool with Helena. She didn't deserve that. I have no beef with her. So, yeah, I pretty much feel the same. Like, she's not my favorite character, but I don't have any beef with her. So, I actually like her in that stance. So, I don't want to see anything bad happen to her, even though she isn't a favorite character of mine. So, yeah, I just felt bad for her ever since the end of the last episode, then seeing her in this situation, how she's dealing with it. Like, she didn't want to be a part of that whole ceremony. That was all auto right there. Like, we have to put the kid on display. This is how we win over the people. And yes, it won over the people, but then you lost the people right after by killing off all the rat catchers. And I'm surprised so many people actually care about the rat catchers, but I guess it kind of plays a part that if you are ever employed, I guess future employment, if you ever are employed by the king or anybody in the castle, like, yeah, you could be killed off at any second. So maybe don't take that job offer, no matter how much gold they're offering you. So yeah, it's just not a good look overall for the king and just working under the king as well. So yeah, I get that, but I also was kind of confused that so many people would actually care about the rat catchers. But I guess it's the position overall and future positions in those roles. That's why the people care, not so much about those particular people that were taken out. Just, it could be you in the future, let's just say that. But let's discuss a little bit more that went down this episode, because we saw an epic battle between the twin brothers, damn near close to taking each other out, and I wasn't sure how it was going to play out afterwards. I thought Rhaenyra was probably just going to have to kill off Eric at the end, if that was actually Eric at the end, and I think it was, because he was very honorable. If it wasn't, he would have just charged at Rhaenyra. But seeing that whole battle and like them fight each other for her life and what they actually believe in, like, it's freaking crazy, man. Seeing these two brothers torn apart, twin brothers at that, it's just crazy the fact that they had to choose. And that's the thing, they didn't have to choose opposing sides. They just naturally, that's where they fell into, that's where their loyalty fell. So it's so crazy that they were loyal to the end too, and not to each other, even though they really wanted to be. It sucks that he had to kill his own brother, and then he fell on his own sword as like the honorable thing afterwards. He even apologized to his queen. Man, I'm gonna miss them. Well, I guess one of them, I didn't really so much care. Well, neither of them were really bad. I just didn't really care about the one that was Team Green. I think it was Sir Eric, our twin, pretty much, the good twin. Even though the other twin, the bad twin, wasn't necessarily bad. So RIP to them both. Like, I respect what they both stood for, even though I was more or less a fan of Sir Eric and not the other one, even though the other one didn't really do anything bad. So yeah, RIP to them both. Pour a little liquor. Epic scene regardless. I actually really enjoyed that scene. Daemon left this episode also. He just bailed on his dragon, and we were getting some amazing shots this episode. That one in particular, where he was kind of dismissed and went out on his own. I don't even know where the fuck he's going, but I guess we'll find out. What's the next episode called? Yo, they haven't even revealed the next episode yet. There's only 8 episodes this season, but they're all TBA, so God damn it, I can't even like predict what's to come of where he's going. So, and that's kind of a good thing too. And I don't watch any of the trailers, so if HBO releases something during the week, I'm not watching it. I like to go into every single episode absolutely blind as possible for the best possible reaction for you guys. But we also saw Otto was dismissed as Hand of the King, and we saw that. We knew that was coming because he was dealing with Mr. Foot Fetish last episode, who was getting in his ear, not his foot, and basically let him know, like, he was your father's hand. You gotta kind of pave your own way, and you gotta get your own hand, and that's exactly what he did this episode too. And I wasn't sure if they were actually to kill off Otto that episode or that scene there, because right when he was about to leave, I was fully expecting Aegon to be like, wait, you're not done yet until you're fully done. And then you just see Kristen like whack, 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 go straight with the killing, rule with an iron fist. And that's pretty much what Aegon wants to do now by making Kristen, Kristen's on the come up. Everything is coming up Kristen. Not only is he banging, well, I guess she's no longer the queen. I still kind of consider the queen Queen Alicent. She's my queen. Well, no, I am Team Black, but I don't know. I just love Alicent. Like, she's gorgeous. But the friskiness at the very end there, the slaps, I legit thought she was upset with him at first. And, it should be me. But regardless, it almost seemed like he wasn't sure at first either. Like, are we banging or are we fighting? Like, are we fighting or are we fucking? What's going on right now? Because she slapped him, and it wasn't just one slap and then started making out. It was slap, grill, slap, grill, push, slap, then make out like that. So she is down to Frisky Town. Let's just say that. So Alicent, that whole relationship is killing me. Alicent and Kristen Cole. He's made Hand of the King, and now he's hooking up with Alicent as well. Everything is coming up Kristen this season. So you know what that leads me to believe? It's going to be a steep fall for him. If he's riding a high right now. I fully get that, and I fully respect that. But, bro, you better ride that high because it is not going to last. Especially, especially when Aegon finds out. We do know, like, he's hot-tempered, too. We've seen it this very episode, but I don't think he's more or less going to care. I think it's going to be Aemond. And Aemond, too, this episode, curled up in a ball. Like, what the fuck was that? I kind of lost some respect for him. Like, that was some weird shit. I kind of looked at him like, he's straight savage killer. He's got the biggest beast of a dragon, Vhagar. So I was not expecting that. Like, he kind of looked like a bit of a bitch there. I know he's skinny, but being curled up that way, and yes, I guess we found out his true feelings, how he actually feels. I guess it's Luke that was killed off. We found out his true feelings about that, and I think we kind of already knew that too, because even when it went down initially, even though he was kind of playing it off last episode, in the finale of the first season, when it initially happened, he kind of had a look like, oh fuck, didn't mean to do that. Vhagar, what the fuck? So yeah, we heard it from the horse's mouth this episode that he does have regrets. He obviously didn't want to go through with it. He lost control that day, so it was just an odd look at Aemond as a character. I was not expecting to get any sort of looks like that at Aemond, and I don't want any more looks like that at Aemond. So I want to see. Let's go back to Savage Killer Aemond next episode and moving forward, please. But yeah, I don't know where we go from here, because at this point it just seems like, well, they weren't successful in taking out Rhaenyra, so it seems, at least for the first two episodes, they're just kind of, they're being coy about their attacks, where they're sending people in one by one, like sneak attacks, not necessarily full-fledged battles. And I think I heard something about episode 4, so next episode might be a setup for a big battle that's to come, because I don't know where I heard it. It might have been on Twitter that episode 4 is like one of the highlights of this season, and I'm pretty sure we are getting a battle out of that. So I wouldn't be surprised next episode they basically get all their attackers, all their soldiers in line, and we fully prepare to go to war, and it probably ends with us ready to go to war fully. And then episode 4, I'm fully expecting a full-fledged war. So yeah, that's my prediction for the next 2 episodes. I'm not giving any prediction past that point, but yeah, first 2 episodes, we've kind of been dealing with some sneak attacks. Moving forward, I'm ready for some full-fledged dragons in battles, and let's just freaking go to war. So I think that's just about it for me, guys. As always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. You guys can like, subscribe. Really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your night. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit.